How to understand your profit margins. Hello, this is the Marketing for Owners podcast on a lovely sunny Monday. And my name is John Butt. I'm here every week. In fact, more than that, I'm here every day. If you want to catch these, subscribe at iTunes, subscribe at Stitcher, subscribe at SoundCloud. We're on all of them. Or, even better, go to marketingforowners.com/podcast. And then you'll find all of these. This is episode 646. If you put /646 on the end, you'll get the notes. Or in fact, not the notes, you'll get everything I say. These are fully transcribed by experts. I have to say that because the transcriber is reading this and transcribing it by experts, and we put pictures and all sorts of stuff and any links that I mention. That's what we do, because Marketing for Owners is for you, my friend. You, whether you work for yourself or a big team or whatever, you are an owner. You own. You got to own it. And you do. And business is not easy. However, some people do okay at business because they've been there, done it, bought the t-shirt, etc. And for them, it becomes a little more easy because they've done it and they understand that there's systems and processes that will just work for any business and can be applied. Whereas many of us live within our own little bubble. And our instant answer is, I don't think that'll work for my business. Well, my friend, it will. I know your business is special to you and you have quirks and little ways you do things that others in your business don't do. But in general, it'll work. And I've applied this to many things. It just works. And to be honest, I'm not a genius. I didn't invent much of this. I saw what other people do in bigger, successful businesses, applied it, tweaked it, worked it, figured out what doesn't work, and figured out what does work. And that's why my business does a few million year in, year out. Not like these internet marketing people who say, you can make $10,000 today just following this one tactic. That is garbage. It don't work. It never will. Just ask yourself, if you could make that much money, why wouldn't you carry on making that money instead of selling the information to everyone else for $47 or whatever it is? Yeah, exactly. Sounds good though, doesn't it? So, profit margins. Now, all this month, if you've been following, we've been talking about the what, measuring metrics. What did we do? So when we've applied our marketing systems and applied our new business systems, how do we measure if it's working? And of course, I've told you the most important numbers and things to look at. Profit margin is going to be there, obviously, but how well do you actually understand the numbers? Now, people talk about profit margins, and I'm just going to discuss it in depth because personally, I actually did well at maths in school, or math for my American friends and Canadian friends. Hello. And for me, I kind of enjoy the numbers. I'm not an accountant or anything, not trained. It's just that I'm able to work these things out. But there are terms and things that can get mixed up. But I do know, I speak to a lot of owners, that that's not the case for everybody. Not everybody can understand the numbers. And many of us, when people talk about profit margin and markup and cost and all these things, expect our accountant or our bookkeeper to do it for us, when in actual fact it is easier than you think. You don't have to do your books, but you do need to understand your numbers. So let's give a basic example, because where people mix up is there is a profit margin or there is a markup. Those are very different. The profit margin is in relation to the selling price, whereas the markup is in relation to the buying price. When I say selling, the price you sell your product for, the buying price, the price you bought your product for, your cost price. Okay, these can be mixed up, and I'm going to show you an example. One of my friends, one of my good friends, I'm not going to say who is, but he has a very sizable business now. But his last one, they almost messed it up. They were basing it on the wrong one. They're basing their figures on there. When they had their accounts done, they found they'd lost a fair chunk of money when they thought they were making money. So let me explain. If you buy something for £100, okay, the cost price is £100. Simple. You sell it for £200. Okay, you have made £100 profit. Yeah, we can all understand that. Cost £100, sold it for £200, we made £100 profit. So, in relation, sorry, in relation to the selling price, so £100 profit, the selling price was 200. Yeah, it's half. You made 50% profit margin. You made half. Does that make sense? So that's in relation to the selling price. But if we take that profit in relation to the cost price, the buying price, so you bought it for £100, you sold it for 200, so you made £100. £100 is the same as the buying price. Yeah, so your markup was 100%. And you see how, so same profit, however, one's 50%, one's 100%. And it depends how you look at it. So you need to know which is which. I'm going to give you a slightly different example. And don't worry, I won't give you any more after this. If you buy something, the cost is £400. And by the way, just in case, if you're in dollars, it's the same. It's the number. If you something, the cost of it is £400, you sell it for £500, you have made £100. Okay. And the profit margin in relation to the selling price, so £100 in relation to the 500, is 1/5 of the selling price, or 20%. Your profit margin is 20%. Now let's do the other. Remember, cost £400, sell it for 500, so you made £100. In relation to the cost price, 100 is 1/4 of £400. So your markup was 25%, which is 1/4. And again, same thing. One's 20%, one's 25%. It all comes out in a wash. So when someone talks to you about what is your profit margin or what is your markup, they're two different things. And if you were working on, you thought, if someone says, we're making a 20%, we want you to make a 20% profit margin, and you misunderstood and used the markup and only made a 20% markup, you'd be making less. Think about it. You might have to go to the notes, marketingforowners.com/podcast/646, and read it again. Sorry if that's confusing. Anyway, that's enough, but that's why you need to understand. I'm going to quickly cover, it's Monday's book for the week. This one is an oldie, well, it's not even old, it's saying oldie, but it's good. It's called Do It Marketing, and it's by David Newman. It's one of those books that has tip after tip after tip. It's a listing, it's just one after another, loads of them. And in amongst that, if you cannot find a whole load of tips that can apply to your business that are worth what it's going to cost, like $10 or £10 for the book, if you can't find something in there that will make you about that money, you're not listening, or you're not reading straight. There you go. What more can I do? Sorry about all the number stuff. I don't know what we're talking about tomorrow. I'll try and go back to something more basic and simple and that won't fry your brain. See you then.